The reading of Dad's will had gone exactly as expected. Emma got the profitable tech consulting firm, Mom got the investment portfolio, and I got the worthless manufacturing plant on the outskirts of Detroit, Anderson Manufacturing, a failing auto parts supplier hemorrhaging contracts and money. At least Dad had a sense of humor, Emma smirked, examining her new company's financials on her laptop. Giving Sarah the factory. I mean, what does a computer nerd know about manufacturing? Mom nodded sympathetically. Honey, you can always sell it for parts. The land must be worth something. I kept my expression neutral, continuing to type on my own laptop. On the screen, a familiar interface glowed. QuantumTech Industries master control system, currently managing 80% of the global automotive supply chain through its quantum-enhanced logistics network. A network I'd built. A company I'd founded. A fact my family still didn't know. Actually, I replied, I think I'll keep it. Sarah, be realistic, Emma sighed. Anderson Manufacturing lost its biggest contracts last quarter. Their technology is decades behind. Even their suppliers are abandoning them. Right on cue, Dad's ancient flip phone, still on his desk, started ringing. Mr. Anderson? A panicked voice echoed through the speakerphone. Sir, we have a situation. All our suppliers just canceled their contracts. Every single one. They're saying something about exclusive arrangements with QuantumTech Industries. Emma's head snapped up. What? That's impossible. Those suppliers have been with us for 30 years. I kept typing, hiding a smile as my quantum systems executed the carefully planned sequence. Not just the suppliers, the voice continued. Our shipping partners, our technology providers, they're all switching to QuantumTech's quantum-enhanced logistics network. We can't operate without. What's QuantumTech Industries? Mom asked, frowning. Only the biggest disruption in manufacturing history, Emma replied, frantically Googling. They've revolutionized the entire supply chain with some kind of quantum computing system. Nobody knows who runs it. The CEO's identity is. She trailed off, staring at her screen. Is what? Mom pressed. Is sitting right across from us, Emma whispered. The room went very quiet. I finally looked up from my laptop, where QuantumTech's logo pulsed quietly in the corner. Surprised? I guess you never wondered what I was really doing all those weekends I was wasting time with computers. But, Mom stammered, you live in a small apartment. You drive a used car. Because I was busy building this, I gestured to my screen where global supply chain data flowed through quantum-optimized pathways. While Dad was running Anderson Manufacturing into the ground with outdated methods, I was revolutionizing how manufacturing actually works. Emma's face had gone pale. The suppliers. You control them all? Not just the suppliers, I corrected. QuantumTech's quantum computing network manages everything. Shipping, inventory, production scheduling. That worthless factory you just mocked? It can't operate without my technology. The phone rang again. Anderson Manufacturing's operations manager, even more panicked. The production software just went dark. Some message about a QuantumTech license expiring. Speaking of licenses, I turned to Emma. Want to guess who owns the patents on the technology your consulting firm uses to manage client projects? She frantically opened files on her laptop, probably seeing QuantumTech's logo for the first time on systems she'd taken for granted. Sarah, Mom started, why didn't you tell us? Tell you what? That while you were bragging about Emma's real career, I was building a company that controls the global supply chain. That your computer nerd daughter revolutionized manufacturing while you weren't paying attention. My phone buzzed. Automated alerts from the quantum system as more Anderson Manufacturing partners switched to exclusive QuantumTech contracts. You can't do this, Emma protested. The factory. Dad wanted his reliable daughter to have the profitable company, I finished. And his unfocused daughter to have the failing factory. Funny how things work out. The quantum interface on my laptop displayed Anderson Manufacturing's rapidly deteriorating situation. Suppliers gone, systems offline, production halted. So what now? Mom asked quietly. I smiled, pulling up QuantumTech's standard contract terms. Now we discuss how Anderson Manufacturing, and Emma's consulting firm, can join the quantum age. At very reasonable rates, of course. After all, I glanced at Dad's will still sitting on his desk. We're family. Anderson Manufacturing's conference room hadn't changed in 20 years. Same scratch table, same faded motivational posters, same outdated projector that Dad had refused to replace. But today something was different. Today the room was filled with nervous executives watching their systems blink out one by one on the old wall display, each failure marked by QuantumTech's sleek logo appearing in its place. As you can see, I gestured to the dying systems. Anderson Manufacturing is approximately 15 minutes away from complete operational shutdown. Unless we agree to your terms, Emma finished bitterly. She sat at Dad's old seat, her successful consulting firm's laptop now showing the same QuantumTech logo as everything else. Think of it as an upgrade package, I smiled, pulling up the quantum interface on my own screen. Your current manufacturing processes operate at about 3% of modern efficiency. With QuantumTech's systems, the wall suddenly lit up with a new display, a quantum-enhanced visualization of what Anderson Manufacturing could be. The executives leaned forward, seeing their outdated factory transformed into a state-of-the-art facility. Impossible, our old operations manager Bill protested. The retooling costs alone are covered in the integration package. I cut him off. The same package Dad rejected last year when QuantumTech offered it. Though he didn't know who was making the offer, of course. Emma's head snapped up. You tried to help the factory before? 3 times, I nodded. Dad dismissed each proposal as fancy computer nonsense. Said Anderson Manufacturing would stick to real manufacturing methods. My phone buzzed. More suppliers confirming their exclusive contracts with QuantumTech. On the wall display, another legacy system went dark. Sarah, Mom spoke up from her corner seat. Why go through all this? Why not just tell us? Tell you what, Mom? That while you were highlighting Emma's consulting success stories in the family newsletter, I was building the largest manufacturing technology company in history. That your unemployed daughter controls the technology that runs the global supply chain. The quantum interface pulsed with new data. Anderson Manufacturing's productivity projections under QuantumTech's system. The numbers made several executives gasp. These figures, Bill stammered, are standard for QuantumTech clients, I confirmed. While Dad was proud of handling 50 orders a day, our quantum system processes 50,000 per minute. With 0 errors. Emma was frantically reviewing the contract terms on her laptop. The integration fees are less than you'll lose in the next hour if you decline, I finished. Check your consulting firm's systems again. Notice anything different? She clicked through screens, face paling as she realized her entire business now displayed QuantumTech's quantum processing metrics. You already control my company's technology? I control everyone's technology, Emma. Those efficiency algorithms you brag about. Licensed from QuantumTech. The production scheduling software your clients use? My quantum code. Mom's hand covered her mouth. All this time in that tiny apartment. Building this, I gestured to the quantum interface where global manufacturing data flowed through systems I'd designed. While you were worried about my lack of direction, I was revolutionizing how things get made. The wall display showed another system failure. Bill's phone buzzed constantly with crisis alerts. 10 minutes until total shutdown, I announced. Of course, with QuantumTech's quantum integration, you'd be back online in seconds. Running at roughly 1,000% higher efficiency. The contract, Emma said quietly. Where do we sign? I pulled up the digital forms, watching my sister, the successful one, the reliable one, the one who'd gotten everything she wanted in Dad's will, prepare to sign her company's future over to my technology. Just one more thing, I added, stopping her hand. The factory's leadership structure needs some adjustments. The executives shifted uncomfortably. What kind of adjustments? Bill asked. I smiled, thinking of all the times these same executives had dismissed my suggestions, ignored my warnings about falling behind technologically. QuantumTech usually installs its own management team, I explained. People who understand quantum-enhanced manufacturing. Not people who think Excel spreadsheets are cutting-edge technology. Emma's face hardened. You're firing everyone? Not firing, I corrected. Reassigning. To positions more suited to their traditional skills. After all, I glanced at Dad's empty office through the glass walls. That's what family does, right? Helps each other find their proper place. The quantum interface displayed the new organizational chart. Emma's consulting firm relegated to a minor support role. The old executives moved to junior positions. And at the top, "You're taking control," Mom whispered. "I already had control," I replied. The moment Dad left me his worthless factory, he gave me exactly what I wanted. The perfect demonstration of how outdated manufacturing dies without quantum technology. The wall display showed 5 minutes until system failure. Emma's hand shook slightly as she signed the contract. "Welcome to the quantum age," I announced, watching my family's proud manufacturing legacy transform into just another node in my global network. I think Dad would be proud. After all, Anderson Manufacturing is finally joining the future. A future where success isn't measured in inherited titles or corner offices, but in quantum processing power and control of the systems everyone else depends on. The factory floor hummed with new energy as QuantumTech's systems came online. Through the management office's windows, I watched decades of outdated machinery synchronize with my quantum network, their ancient displays now showing the same sleek interface that controlled manufacturing worldwide. Production efficiency up 847% in the first hour, Lisa, my COO, reported. "Your family's factory just manufactured more parts than it did all last month." Emma stood by Dad's old desk, my desk now, staring at the transformed facility. Her consulting firm's latest reports lay forgotten, each page watermarked with QuantumTech's logo. "I still don't understand," Mom said from her corner chair. "All those times we tried to help you find a real job." "I had a real job," I replied, watching the quantum systems optimize another production line. "I was building this. Every time you worried about my future, every time you compared me to Emma's successful career, I was revolutionizing global manufacturing." My phone buzzed. More automotive companies desperately seeking quantum tech integration after seeing Anderson Manufacturing's transformation. "The consulting division," Emma spoke up suddenly. "The one you've relegated my firm to. It's not really about consulting, is it?" I smiled, pulling up the real metrics on my quantum display. "Check your client list again. Notice anything interesting?" She scrolled through her laptop, face draining of color. "These are all our competitors. Every major consulting firm that competes with us. All now dependent on QuantumTech's systems," I finished. "Your new consulting role is actually data gathering. Every recommendation your firm makes, every client you analyze, feeds information directly to you," she whispered. "We're not consultants anymore. We're market intelligence for quantum tech," Lisa confirmed. "Your entire network of manufacturing clients, providing real-time data to our quantum systems." Mom's hand trembled around her coffee cup. "Sarah, those companies trust Emma's firm with their secrets. Like Dad trusted his children with his legacy?" I countered. "Giving the reliable daughter his profitable company, and the unfocused one his failing factory." The quantum displays showed another surge in production numbers. Anderson Manufacturing was now operating at levels Dad had claimed were impossible. "Speaking of Dad," I continued, "remember his favorite saying? Real business is done with handshakes, not keyboards." I pulled up the global manufacturing network on the main screen, showing thousands of factories, suppliers, and shipping companies all running on my quantum systems. "Look around, Mom. Any handshakes? Any old-school business deals? Or do you see the future of manufacturing, controlled by the daughter you thought was wasting time with computers?" Emma's phone buzzed constantly, probably clients amazed by their suddenly optimized production schedules, not realizing every improvement came through her sister's technology. "The board meeting is starting," Lisa reminded me. "Global expansion plans need approval." I nodded, turning to my family. "You're welcome to stay and watch. See how your unemployed daughter runs the largest manufacturing technology company in history." The quantum displays filled with faces as QuantumTech's board connected tech pioneers, manufacturing experts, and venture capitalists who'd believed in my vision when my own family wouldn't. "Before we begin," I addressed the board, "I'd like to introduce our newest asset, Anderson Manufacturing, now fully integrated into our quantum network. And of course, the Market Intelligence Division formerly known as Anderson Consulting. Emma flinched slightly as her life's work was reduced to a minor subsidiary of her sister's empire. Quite a turnaround, one board member noted. From failing factory to quantum-enhanced facility in under 2 hours. Almost as if someone had planned it this way? I finished. Amazing what can happen when you give the wrong daughter a worthless inheritance. The quantum systems hummed quietly, processing millions of manufacturing decisions per second through networks I'd built while my family worried about my career choices. One last thing, I added, pulling up the factory's new organizational chart. Anderson Manufacturing needs a new name. Something more quantum appropriate. Mom and Emma watched silently as their family legacy transformed, the old Anderson name fading from the quantum displays, replaced by gleaming QuantumTech branding. After all, I smiled, settling into Dad's old chair, the future of manufacturing shouldn't be tied to the past. Especially when the past didn't believe in the future.